Hi, my name is Johanna Campbell, and I am an English Language Fellow at Mises University for the 2018-2019 academic year here in Moscow, Russian Federation. One of the many things that I get to do here is teach English and public speaking at the university, and it is out of a series of classes that this particular video series has been born. One very important point that I always encourage my clients and students to participate in and understand as a public speaker is the value in listening to your audience. It's incredibly important, and it's something that's often overlooked. We have the desire to give the information that we've been asked to give. We have a timeline, we have deadlines to follow, we have particular outlines that need to be followed in a particular way. All of these demands made on us and our knowledge to give at a public speaking event, that doesn't always allow for us to acknowledge and analyze our audience. But that's precisely why it's so important. It is our audience to whom we are speaking, and what we are seeking to give, we are seeking to give to them. So paying attention to them, acknowledging their needs, and understanding what it is that they're seeking from us better enables us to give them what they're looking for. It makes us better public speakers, simply. Let me give you an example. Right now, in this room, you can't see them because they're literally behind the camera. But I am supported by an excellent crew that makes these videos possible. They are Russian colleagues here at the university, and the typical Russian, I have discovered, if I may say a typical Russian, is someone who is incredibly well educated and extremely competent with multiple languages. This has been my personal experience living in Moscow these last 9 months. So I decided to take advantage of the brain trust that's in this room and use it as an example for this video. When we are asked to speak, we can do a lot of things to analyze our audience and figure out the best ways of approaching a particular topic. We can look at demographic, we can look at socioeconomic status, we can look at age, gender, languages. All of these things are important, and they can include and support really effective data. Or, if we want to know what our audience needs, we could ask them, which is what I've done. The question was, please give me your suggestions on topics that you think need to be included in this video series. And there was one response that was really quite strong, and it was this: how do I overcome, or at least deal with, this Russian cultural consciousness of focusing on what I don't know when I do know what I know? That might sound a little curious, but please bear with me. Let me give you an example. We know what it is that we know, and we know it well. But in that vastness of our experiences and our human condition, there's so much more that we don't. And I am currently living in a culture that I would not qualify as arrogant. Quite the opposite, actually. I'm surrounded by brilliant colleagues who are perhaps more aware of things that I consider myself a specialist in than I am, but I would never know it because they don't tell me. That's what I mean by paying more attention to what it is that they don't know rather than paying attention to what it is. But here is what I think. Here is my opinion on this. I strongly encourage you, as the specialists and the experts that you are, it is valuable to pay attention to what you know. And here's why. Let's say that the ground is the focus, the basis of our knowledge bank. And the years of expertise that we have established and the practice that we have performed and the knowledge that we have gained gets us to this level of experience and understanding and knowledge. But we still have, from this level, all the way up to the ceiling to master a particular topic. We can't get to that height without first acknowledging and accepting where it is that we have arrived at. Because it's this level of knowledge that is likely the reason that someone has approached us in the first place to ask us to speak. This is important. It's really important. And I encourage you to consider it as an alternative working theory to how approaching public speaking can work in this region. Let me know what you think. Please, I'd really like to know your comments. Until next time, see you then.